It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always. It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing. Getting sideways like a bridesmaid as she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom. Something like a wonderland, understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, lunatics and believers? Guys, my name is Bleaves. This is Bedtime with Bleaves. We are here to talk about what's going on with Luna Classic, which has started a relief rally. If the last hour is any indication, it looks like the Asian market has woken up, and it looks like they are in a buying mode. Now, it's very difficult to say that that's going to maintain itself through the evening, because even though every market except China were just kind of pumping, China had to be the lone bad boy in the whole thing. Basically, China is the bender of this breakfast club we call the world. So, that being said, let's look a little bit at some chart action and see what we've got going on, because it is my belief that, by the way, we've got news in fact. So we're going to flip over here. We're going to start checking out this chart. Hope everybody's having a good evening. You can see right here that we just got a little bit of a rally happening right here. At some point, it's going to break out, right? We're going to get a breakout. Based on the way the chart is flowing, that action is going to be to the upside, as we have seen each time it's done this. And we see it do this, and it moves up. And then we see it do this, and it moves up. So we're seeing it do this and move up. And we're seeing it do this, and then it moves up. And you were probably going to see the same thing happen. I don't know how big the rally is going to be. Listen, to hear Bull B&B tell it, we're going to drop a zero any day now. I'm not sure that I'm on the same page as everybody else who is, super excited about that right now. But we'll see. But what we can be excited for is this right here. For anybody, if you're paying attention here, this is the market over the last 24 hours, and it has been telling a fabulous story. You can see up here, we were at 931 million before. 5 billion got taken out of the market by South Korea, most probably, over the last hour. There's been just a massive sort of run on that downside. But look where we got. Like, we got to 20,200. We actually pumped past, and we didn't get four. By the way, we didn't get 2 candles over the 4 hour fully out of it. So we're not having a breakout to the upside yet. We're going to have to see how this candle closes this hour. Then we're going to have to see how it's got 3 hours. So anything can happen. But if it closes over on the 4 hour, then we're probably in. We're at the start of a relief rally, most probably. $926 billion in the market right now. That's up from $870 billion just a little while back. We were, was it a couple days ago? Yeah. So September 27, we were $870 billion in the market. Now we're at $926 billion. And here's the funny thing. When you start to look around, when you start to gaze kind of gaze out into the crowd and try to find money in the market, it's really kind of difficult to find anything that really pumped incredibly well when you look at the percentages, especially in the top 100s. When you see $50 billion enter the market, 56 billion to be exact, when you see $56 billion enter the market in a couple days, then you probably want to see a pretty big move by somebody. But if you go look over at the weekly variance, you've seen 5% run on Bitcoin. You've only seen 1.8% on Ethereum, 8.4% on BNB, 6.2% here. And you go down this list and you see smaller caps are having a bit of a relief rally. But generally speaking, you're not seeing big caps do big things, so to speak. I mean, it's good that we got Bitcoin up there at some point in the top 20, but realistically, this is $550 billion in the market just between these two tokens, and it needs to be more like 1 trillion overall. So the market's still weak, but you know what? It's got nowhere to go but up at this point. And when I say that, I realize what I just said, and Jesus Christ, like I'm wishing. It's like I'm wishing for the market to die. So forget I even said that. So anyway, let's just get back to this, and we're gonna see how this is playing out here. So we don't have any solid information except here's what happened. There's been some discrepancy with the Luna Classic team. That discrepancy from the Luna Classic team is, I think it might be a good idea, by the way. This might not be a problem. But here's what we have. We have Ed Kim, who believes that his plan to fix Luna Classic is the right plan, and his plan is to get rid of USTC and move on to USTN. And then we have other people who think, oh, no, you got to keep USTC. And one of the things that was brought up is that there's still like $90 million owed on USTC. And then somebody came in here and or on a video, and they were making they were making a comment about, well, if they owe $90 million and that makes it some kind of, there's some kind of obligations, blah, blah, blah. It's not our obligation. It's not Luna Classic's obligation, by the way. It's not the Terra Rebels' obligation to fix those problems. That's Luna 2.0. It's their obligation to fix that. So let them do what they're going to do. So anyway, so USTN is being considered by two different situations. The other one is Alex Forshaw. Alex came up with another idea, and that was to take the 300 billion tokens that have been in hiding, that are like for staking and stuff like that, and use that to buy 60% of the available supply of Bitcoin that they need in order to collateralize about a $300 million market cap on USTN. And that way they would not be adding any tokens to the mix. But then you don't have any tokens to reward people as validators. So, there's two different problems that, and you have to decide which problem, like pick a team, you know what I mean? Pick a lane and decide which team you're on. And I think that before we make any decision, and here's the problem. The problem is it's possible that you're not going to be able to see, you're not going to be able to see what the right move is until after everything is done. Yeah, my camera is out of control, man. It's fine. It was fine in my office today, but now it's just wigging out again at home. I'm just gonna switch to another camera. But it was doing fine last night. And when I do videos, and when I'm doing videos that I'm pre-recording, it's working fine. So I really think that it's the stream. I don't actually think it's the camera. So that's why I'm not really pushing to try another one for right now. But anyway, welcome to the stream, Alex Curtis, Tony P, Matt Burns, Andres. Yo believes why you think we haven't heard from the Fed and their meeting? Because the Fed, even though it was a private meeting, they didn't have a board of events that they were going to use in order to talk about what they talked about. This was not for public consumption. This was for private consumption. So no news is good news, I think. And I think they have some things to consider right now, among those being what they're going to do with the market, because a lot of people from a lot of different countries are asking them for help in the market. So we'll see what happens. And you think Credit Suisse will go down? What would be the impact? I don't think I don't think Credit Suisse is in the dire straits that people listen. People are trying to move. So imagine this, if you will. Okay, imagine Credit Suisse's Twitter, and imagine whoever is reporting that bullshit story is Elon Musk. Couple months ago, Elon Musk was going to buy Twitter for $44 billion. Then he said he was backing out of the deal because everything was just bots. And then he wanted to know how much there were in bots, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he went in this long legal battle that he's going to lose because he agreed to the purchase. And he's going to at least have to pay the penalty of, they want him to pay like $54.20 a share, but he was more apt to pay a penalty of like $1 billion or something like that to get out of the deal. But I think he now has decided that he's just going to buy Twitter as is, which means that whatever he was trying to pull or whatever it was he was doing, he kind of lost on. So, that's just the nature of it. But what's going on with Credit Suisse is the same thing. It's somebody like Elon Musk just trying to tell everybody, oh, there's a big problem over here. And now it's causing the markets to sway for Credit Suisse, and you're seeing a lot of trading volatility. But if you listen to Credit Suisse now, and by the way, any company is going to tell you, no, we're just fine, and you don't know whether they really are or not. But Credit Suisse is actually going out of its way right now to say, hey, listen, like we're just fine. We're money could be better like any other market, but we're cash rich company. We're just fine. We're not, in bad shape. So I think they're going to be fine. And I think that that's just somebody out there trying to FUD it a little bit, maybe to get in at a cheaper price. And then it just took on a life of its own because of the timing, or they're lying and they're about to go down. But what do I think the impact would be? I think it's going to cause a wreck in the entire market. And as a matter of fact, something as big as Credit Suisse going down would probably cause some kind of cascade throughout all kinds of markets, because Credit Suisse probably owes billions of dollars to other companies that would then suddenly not get paid. And it would just be a cascade of disasters happening one after the other after the other. Here, basically, it would be like Luna Classic going down. Luna Classic led to Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, Voyager. Everybody just kind of collapsed, and then it would be probably along the same lines, only bigger because there's more money involved. What's going on, man? Junior, what's happening? Chewing on a mushroom. Yeah. What's up, Kraken? Leonardo in the house. What's going on? What do you think about the proper repegging? Greg, I'm pretty pro doing the repegging, and I don't care whether they add 500 billion tokens or not. Again, I got to stress here, I'm in this for the long term. Like, I don't care what happens on the immediate price action. It would be nice to see like some kind of big immediate move in the price action, because to be fair, like if I'm looking at this chart right here, and let's zoom out and let's do just basic technical analysis, right? And we want some support and resistance lines here to say, where are we going? Well, if we were to get a nice breakout like this and get up into this level right here, then we have these levels of retracement that would indicate to me that, if we're doing this right here, that our last move, by the way, let's look at our last move just to get an idea here. And I think that our last move kind of goes right here to right here. So if this was our last move, and this is where we are right now, because that's where I think the breakout is coming, in this little mush right here that's happening. So I could see us getting up and having 1,000-point relief rally right here, up to 41, 42. But here's what happens. We then come back down. Well, I think that the comeback down, since there's no real impetus for a massive run, then I think that the other part of this is this kind of thing right here, where we come back down. So like the relief comes back down to around that 31, 32 support level. So if we get the run that we could possibly get on, then I think that we end up with this relief thing happening and bringing us back down to 34. So that's where I would look at it. And the Korean index, by the way, is up 0.5%. Look at the Dow Jones, by the way. Dow Jones has had just a monster day. And the DXY, by the way, you're starting to see it turn back around. I don't know what's going on with the world. It's too hard to keep up with every little nook and cranny of the world to figure out why the market is doing whatever it might be doing. So, just take a deep breath and hope for the best is basically all I'm going to do at this point. For overall market sentiment, because a lot of it really just doesn't matter. It's whether you see the strength in the DXY or not, and then how it works in comparison to like Bitcoin and stuff like that. So, but let's get rid of these. We want to go back to Luna Classic. Maybe make a few lines here, by the way, because I did clear off every one of my charts. Just kind of pissed off, like, ugh, I don't want to deal with these right now. So let me drop a few lines right there. Another one here, and catastrophic line right there. So that looks good enough. All right. So I would think that, for me, I would up here, I would want to make a move if I'm day trading, by the way. I would wait, see what happens up here, see if we get on one of those moves to the upside. If it does, then we'll take profit up here and then wait for it to come back down here, because remember, guys, not too long ago, and by that I mean just a couple weeks ago, we thought, oh shit, here we go, this thing is going to go to the moon and it's never going to come back down. And I kept telling you that I think that we could drop a zero, because based on the way, and by the way, I'm no genius when I tell you this shit. Like, I'm looking at this thing and I'm making a guess just like everybody else is. I'm just using the technicals of what's happening to make a guess. And this is destiny right here. What's happening right here, this move back down here, this was destiny, because it's what always happens. We came back down, we went up, we had a huge run, then we came back down here and we started testing the lines that we had been at before. And here's a funny thing, right? If we take just into account where we are right now, we kind of settled right here at the top, where we tested the top, right? Then we went up here, we had this big run. And now look at this shit. This is where we are right now. The previous high is what we used as support, which you can see like right over here. It's just nonsense. Like, we know this shit's coming every single time, and half of us just don't pay attention. I didn't pay attention because I'm not looking to take my money out, by the way. I'm at I'm still 10 million tokens, 10,484 right now, I think is what I've got staked. Yeah, 10,484,000. And then I've got another 38,532. So I've got 10,500,000. And then I have 8 million, 5 million in one wallet, 3 million in another. And they're just kind of sitting there, for that, like, and for those, the whole idea there was, if we drop, if we catch a little bit of fire, then I would take profit off of those and then try to flip those back in by doing exactly what I'm telling you guys about, by trying to play a top here somewhere and then try to hit it back when it comes back down. And if it were to do any kind of retracement, then as a matter of fact, you can see here, like, it really comes down like not in a good way. So, whew, god damn. I actually don't like this number at all, man. This is like, when it goes down, it really goes down. It's great for, by the way, this is great for profit taking, by the way. If you're sitting here and you get a chance to get in here at like a 3, and then you can play it up to a 30. If we got to remember, it's like a 10% pump. on whatever, whatever you've got in here. So, you got 5,000, it's a $500 pump. So, cool. But also, let's move on just a little bit here. And Jason, what's going on? Abdul Haq, what's going on? Rodney, what's going on? Yeah, while we're still on the camera wig. I'm going to be skipping through a couple of comments here. What's up, Ringo? They haven't fixed anything. I really don't think that there's anything. No, I don't. I don't think that the Fed is really interested in doing anything. Samir, okay. I really need help from Volt Army. I lost my wallet and they sold everything I had. Please, I really love Volt Army and MMA, and I need help getting my tokens back. All right, man. This is not the place for it, so I hope that happens for you. But that's going to be Telegram, man. I'm out here doing something else tonight. So, yeah. So the UN is asking the Fed to abandon the new hikes, which is important. It doesn't mean that they will, but it does mean that they're probably like that's what the meeting is probably about. Are they going to consider that? And the answer is probably going to be on the surface, no. But then they're going to be looking at it. They're going to be like, we're going to get kicked out of office, right? Like nobody's going to be listening to us because we're full of shit, right? And then they're going to be like, well, we better do something. So it's very possible that you see that you see that instead of the 0.5%, the 50 basis points it's coming, you might see an easement of the entire thing for November, or is it November or October? FOMC meeting schedule. When is the next meeting? November 1st and 2nd. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So November 1st and 2nd is when the next meeting is. So on the 2nd, we might get a crazy rally. And here's something to consider, right? The gods have lined this up perfectly. So well, before you do that, think about what Alex Forshaw also proposed. So we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking about all these different things before we. You better get out of here. All right, guys. Let me give you my personal opinion on Kid Rock. Kid Rock has the dumbest lyric in the history of rock music. And it was that all summer long, all nightmare summer, whatever, the all summer long. That's the dumbest song I've ever heard in my life. It's the most reductive garbage thing. While I say that, by the way, I do like heavy metal music, and there are some Kid Rock songs that I do like. So I will let you know that. Did the shift deal with Coca-Cola start? It's my understanding. I haven't heard anything. Pan has kept everything pretty close to the vest. He's been real apologetic. He said that it's just not ready yet. They should have it ready. And as soon as they have it ready, they're going to make an announcement. So I don't know if they asked for a week delay or what's happened on it. So I really have no idea. And I don't want to pester or bother him. So, every moment is another moment that I'm not getting any kind of pump. So F that. I'm just going to let it ride for the moment. Coinbase News pumps it to 0.0043. That sounds right. That actually sounds kind of right. I would take that as a probability. Titfoy, what's going on? Act like Tom and Doge, $1 in a month, bull run or not. No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know anything about Tom and Doge. So you know what? Nobody here has paid me to check it out. So I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like they're taking the money out of the stock market and preparing to put into crypto. Sort of. I would think that. So by the way, I'll let my conspiracy brain go crazy in just a second as I get through here. There you go. That's what I'm saying right there. Bob with the Ba it's a dumbass song, but you can't stop singing it. My name is Kid. There's certain songs out there that are just really kind of kick ass. And that's one of those anthem sort of songs, Believes hung out with Lemmy Kilman. I do have a friend who's a rock star, and he is a massive Trump supporter. And when I used what I like to call logic and reason, He shunned me and blocked me on all social media. His guitarist, I still talk to the guitarist in the band, but they kicked him out of the band. And because of one of my relationships with another crypto, I was asking him if they wanted to like rep this crypto as a deal, as a side deal. And he was like, I'm not into crypto, man. I don't know anything about it. So no, but you know, listen to Mastodon. So do I listen to Mastodon? Yes, I do. In fact, I am a fan of Mastodon, but Troy Sanders' other band, Killer Be Killed, I am a much bigger fan of because oh my god, I can't remember the brothers from Sepultura, Max Cavalera and Igor Cavalera, and then Greg Puciato. Like I love Killer Be Killed. I think that's a kick-ass band. So I'm a bigger fan of that band than I am of Mastodon, but yeah, I listen to Mastodon too. How much influence is the inflation on lunacy or crypto general in your opinion? Energy prices don't drop, food prices, same story. Crypto in a recession is new ground. No, there's Dutch Cheese Cube, a great name by the way. So inflation. So here's the deal, right? Fuck my life. I need to come up with let's see if there's a blank canvas place right here where I can my blank canvas. Yeah, these assholes. No, all right. It would be easier for me to draw this out, but here's the thing. The people who have risk assets, the people who are in the market for big time money. I guess, you know what? Let's just use the Dow Jones. And we're going to zoom out. We're going to use a day chart here. The people that have big risk money in the markets. And this is the market for the last couple of years, right? And this right here, this at the top, that's when you have a lot of risk money in the market. When you see this ridiculous sort of move like this right here, that's when you have enormous amounts of risk money in the market. Well, these guys are not used to risking a lot of money. They're used to making a lot of money, and they're used to using a lot of money to make a lot more money, right? They don't take losses. This is the big leagues, right? So this entire move to the downside that we've been experiencing for 2022, this entire sort of downward trend that we've been just, kind of getting jacked into for all this period of time, all of this that's going on in the Dow, what's happening is the riskiest of assets are being shed. So, if you look at if you look at credit ratings and you look at stuff like that, the safest assets are being held right now, and any kind of risky asset is being shed, and that's dropping the price, right? Well, it's the same thing with cryptocurrency, only the problem with cryptocurrency is that every asset in cryptocurrency is immensely riskier, even Bitcoin, than anything that's in the stock market, or at least anything that's in the stock market with a high market cap, reasonably speaking. So the money, when I'm looking to shed my risk as an investor, then I'm looking to dump off all of my speculatory assets. And the most speculatory of assets right now is Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum and everything else in crypto, especially DeFi. When you go look at the meme coin market and you go look at like the DeFi space, here's Metaverse. This is how much money's in the Metaverse, $6 billion. Think about that. So in the Metaverse, the Metaverse where these two tokens, Sandbox and Decentraland, let's go look at the top of Sandbox, by the way. The top of Sandbox was $7.5 billion market cap. Now, let's back that shit. Of course, I would do that because why not? Let's back that up. Okay, so the metaverse market cap is $6.16 billion. The market cap for this game, The Sandbox, was $1.5 billion higher than the entire market cap of the metaverse. That is out of control. Now, let's take it a step further and let's go back to Decentraland. And what was the market cap at the top on Decentraland? It was $5.2 billion. So the market cap for the top two tokens here was close to and approaching $13 billion. So you take those out of the mix, and then what about all the rest of these? So just consider this. If those two represented 13 billion, now we're down to 6 billion. So there's no money in the market. All the money has been pulled out and has been put into bond yield, because you can come over here and you could look at bond yields right now. There we go. So what you saw in the last 20 hours here, gold hits 3-week high as US dollar and bond yields start to fall. October is your last chance to earn a risk-free 9.62. Stocks soar, yields slide on hints of a cooling economy. And basically, if you come in here and you look at bond yields, son of a bitch. All right, bond yields over here. Let's see what a bond yield was. Control F, bond. Here we go, right here, right now. So 10-year treasury notes, 3.631% annualized, which means for every $1 million that you gave in a 10-year note to the treasury, you got $36,310 per year. So you put $10 million into a 10-year treasury bond, and that earns you $363,000 per year. Like, that's nuts. The yield fell by nearly 20-point basis on Monday, having topped 4.0 just last week. Now, listen, if you consider that you could get in this 10-year, you see actual gains, right? If you bought Bitcoin 1 year ago, where's that stupid crypto bubbles? Yo, reductive idiot news article. Here we go. Crypto bubbles. Crypto bubbles actually has a thing down here, and it will tell you how much Bitcoin is up or down for a year. Bitcoin is down 63% for 1 year. So in 1 year with a bond, you would have gotten a 2% return, right? With Bitcoin, you would have lost 63%. So again, $1 million. So you would have $1,020,000. Can you live off $20,000? Of course not. But you certainly can't turn $1 million into what now amounts to $370,000. That's stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, like, you didn't win anything. And I mean, this is, by the way, the entire market going all the way down here. Like, this is the top 100. Steppen is up 309%. That was 320. That's a $376 million market cap, by the way. That was a $2.7 billion market cap just a few months ago. So, you know, that's the only real nice thing. You got Toncoin, you've got Chain right here, and then you've got Unis. I don't even know what this fucking thing is. So, like, I have no idea what some of these ridiculous tokens are, but you know, the point is, if you put your money in Bitcoin, you would be ass out right now, like most of us. But if you put your money in a bond yield, you wouldn't have much, but you'd have more than you have right now. So, you know, that's the whole thing, and that's why it really sucks. Yeah, Shift and WagMe are my plays for the next 2 months. WagMe was on an okay run recently. Yeah, I'm holding WagMe. I'm holding Shift. I'm holding Luna Classic. Like, I'm holding a whole bunch of these. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would drive over Joe C. I would drive over Joe C as a baby to go to a Metallica Kill 'Em All concert. You know what I mean? That is way more. I mean, if you guys want to know what I'm playing right now, Dun, 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 dun. My music right now, the song that's in my podcast or on my iPod, whatever you call it, Spotify right now is Behemoth. I've been playing the new Opus Contra Notravam. I've been playing that one kind of nonstop for the last bunch of days. Behemoth is the shit. I am a big fan of, and by the way, I'm not a big fan of like black metal. But whatever it is about Behemoth, I really think that they are just an interesting band to listen to. And then my other favorite is Whitechapel, and I love Whitechapel. Going to see Whitechapel in 8 days, by the way. So Whitechapel and Trivium are playing at the Radius here in Chicago. So I cannot wait to go see those two guys. That's going to be awesome. And as a matter of fact, Matt Heafy from Trivium, he has his own black metal band right now called Ikavari. And like I really like what I hear out of that band too. A lot of clean lyrics, not as much darkness, but still really good. Like it's a really good band. So yeah, definitely into those. Any news from BTFA? Yeah, go swap your tokens. Go swap your tokens for. As a matter of fact, here, I am not a biker. I swapped my tokens. I swapped all of my Banana Task Force and Bandex, and I got Swing DAO. I got 1.889 million Swing DAO, which will be active on the 17th of October. So we have about 13 days before that launches. In case you were looking. And no, I'm not a biker. I just like look, when I was growing up, my things to do were I played baseball as a kid, tried out for the White Sox, tried out for the Cubs. Didn't I made it day 2 on both of them because like when they're doing like free agency tryouts, then you get like a day 1 and day 2. So I made it to day 2 on both days, but I never got signed to a free agent contract. So I found a company that had something that I was good at. I started doing that, and I was making money at it. So my whole life has been making that money from that kind of stuff. And then in the meantime, I worked out, and I got into bodybuilding for a while. Then I got into powerlifting. Then I got into having a kid and not working out anymore. Then I got back into working out. One of my kids passed away, so that got me kind of motivated to get back into working out and staying, living a healthy life. So, don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't, I love caffeine. Like I love caffeine. I love caffeine, but that's the only kind of real vice that I have other than deep dish pizza and a cheeseburger. So that's the quick summary. I don't have a problem with bikers though. Although I must admit, I think that South Park episode with the bikers, the one I'm talking about, is hilarious. Yeah, I appreciate that. It was not because of it wasn't because of drugs. It wasn't because of anything, by the way. It was just, she I don't want to talk about it. But some bad decisions were made, and there we are. But the rest of us move on. So nothing wrong with a cheeseburger every now and I love cheeseburgers. As a matter of fact, I'm not really a connoisseur so much because but too much meat is gross. Like the other day I had because I like Whoppers. I've never, to be fair, like right here to tell you this is later on, Ringo. I had a Big Mac for the first time in like 12 years the other day. I absolutely, I've, it's been so long since I had a Big Mac. I don't eat McDonald's. When I heard Bill Burr make a joke one day that said that it's poison, and he was joking about it, but like he was true. It's poison. So if there's one thing I'm going to cut out of my life, how about McDonald's, right? So I haven't had McDonald's in, like a cheeseburger or a burger or anything in like 12 years. Still have breakfast every once in a while, but you know, um, but I don't have the burgers. And but I did have a Whopper the other day. Love the Whoppers. Had a what do you call it? The Bacon King, something like that. Jesus Christ! I thought I was gonna have a stroke by the time the burger is so big and it's so Jesus Christ, like ugh, ugh. So, but yeah, deep dish pizza. Deep dish pizza is awesome. Now, it's not as great as stuffed pizza. When I was a kid, there was and I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but there was a Pizza Hut had, and yes, I'm saying Pizza Hut had the ultimate pizza. And if you don't like this, you can kiss my ass, okay? But Pizza Hut actually had a good pizza once, and it was called the Priazzo, and it was a stuffed pizza. And what they did was they would put like meat and a little bit of sauce on the inside, and then they would put crust on the top, and then they would put sauce on the top of that. So you would actually literally have a pie, and it was just so good. Like it was so good. And I appreciate the sign up, Leonardo. And guys, by the way, anybody else can sign up. I certainly appreciate it. It's $4.99 a month. I don't do a whole lot with it, but I do give you like inside details and videos and stuff like that. I've got some stuff that I'm going to do privately that we'll see how it goes. That I'm going to be adding to these videos. Like I'm wanting to freshen a few things up. So rather than talking to you guys, I got some ideas to be doing stuff later on. So the keto diet, yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. As a matter of fact, I was just talking about, I was just talking about wake up in the morning, go work out, do some videos, make some content, and then go hit the sauna, hit the jacuzzi, and then do some cardio, and then come home and then have like a light lunch or something like that. And then just kind of do paleo more than anything, or at least intermittent fast, like a fasting sort of diet, with a load on the car, not the carbs, but on the meat and proteins, and then yeah, that was going to be it. So we'll see how it goes. I got my best pizza at a Pizza Hut. See, that's what's crazy. Like every once in a while, you just get like there's some random thing that gives you just a crazy, like a crazy pizza. Like there's a place here in Chicago called Pompeii, which is like not even a great pizza eatery or anything like that, but they've got a crust, and like the crust is something that's like legendary because it's like whatever there is about their oven, there's like a crispness to the bottom of it, and then a gooiness in the inner layer, and like it tastes fresh and all that kind of stuff. But my favorite pizza, and I will tell anybody, especially Steve Jones' ass, if he was here, and I kid you not, the best pizza is not in uh, Chicago for me. It's this place right here, Wick's Pizza Parlor in Louisville, Kentucky. And Louisville, Kentucky is my hometown. And I don't have anything special to say about my hometown as far as that goes. But the pizza at this place is just unbelievably good. The way the sausage, everything that they do is just like of the best quality. And it's just such a kick-ass pizza that super awesome. Yeah. We started crypto winter last May. Ooh, let's do that for everybody who wants to know. Why do I say that? Well, I'm glad you asked, everyone. And it is because let's go back to total market cap. Let's go back to days. Let's go back over here and let's look at this piece of shit move over here that we call this double top. And we look at this double top right here, and you can see right here that this is the top of the bull market. Even though we had this right here, this is an institutional fake out. what happened here was that the institutions literally ran. I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know what the deal was. Uh, I just know that they were trying to pump the market for whatever purpose they have. When you come over here and you start looking at RSIs, so an RSI indicator will show you, when cryptos are doing specific things, right? And when you come out here and you look at the monthly and you see this right here, look at this right here. You can see down here, you can see like we were in an absolute bull run. That's an absolute bull run right here. And that's what happened. We were in an absolute bull run right here. And that's what happened right there. So this is how a bull run goes, right? Well, when we're not in a bull run, then it comes down like this. Well, what did it do? It came down like this. But what didn't happen is the market didn't come down. And that's because retail money had already checked out. Retail money was already gone out of the market. Except for, you gotta remember here. This is the time when Saitama was like going out of its mind. This is when all of the other tokens were going out of its mind. Kishu's blowing up. Every token is just going out of its mind right here. This was the blow off top, call it what you will, but this was an institutional pump. And you can actually go back and look at the wallets, and you can look at the volume of transactions, and then the transactions per dollar. And when you look at it, you're just like, what in the hell is going on in this market? And you can kind of see it, right? And where is my volume? And see right here. So look right here. Even when I'm looking at a volume profile, like I'm not making this up, right? Like you look at a volume profile. Here's the volume. This is the end of the market right here in May and April of 2021. That was the end. What is this? This is people just not selling and holding on for dear life. This is just a normal pump. It's a normal market. There's nothing special that was happening during that time. So I'm here to tell you that the market has been in a bear market, or we've topped out over here. Like this market was done here, and it's been down ever since. So that's my reasoning behind it, and that's my logic behind it, and you can see it all on screen. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see how this market is playing out. So, whew. Now, as a reminder here, we are having a bit of a breakout on. It's going to take a little while. We're not seeing one of those big moves, but for those of you that don't know, at Kong BTC, he is one of those big time whales. He just threw $250,000 into Luna Classic, and so did Bull BNB, and they're all starting to get together. And guys, when you get people like that who are willing to pump tokens, who are willing to pump markets, two things to remember. Number one, they are whales. They are not like you and me. They are whales. They are here to make massive amounts of money, and they will take massive amounts of profits. They will buy, and they will buy at the bottom. They will sell at the top. They will DCA their way for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars, while you are not able to do the same. So respect the fact that they're whales. Do what the whales do, but don't buy all of the things that they tell you. Because remember, if one of those guys tells you, yeah, I'm in for 250,000, well, he's probably in for $1 million, just not in the wallet that he's letting you see. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember that these guys manipulate markets tremendously. That's what whales do. So just bear that in mind. But in the meantime, remember that they are predicting that we're going to go on a run. So I have no reason to doubt what they're saying. So we'll see what happens. And, we got another Binance burn coming. By the way, if you're following Bull BNB, he did not pull his KuCoin money. He did send them a message because he has $250,000 sitting in KuCoin, and he didn't want to pull his money. So he threatened to pull his money if they didn't do the burn that everybody wants done, but he has not pulled his money yet. So I don't know how that plays out. And it looks like the market might be kind of it's a little early, but if you notice here, your altcoins are starting to, and I mean alt when I mean memes and stuff like that, are starting to get a little bit of a, like Volt is up 23.5% right now. Luna Classic's up 2%. The DXY is starting to move to the upside. So there's some kind of weakness there that I don't know what's going on. But be careful. Be careful with the whales. Be careful with these whales, especially if you're coming like with me. By the way, on Thursday, I hope everybody here can join me, by the way. But I'm going to have a Deconnect Mega Spaces. And good night, Briarwood. I'm going to have a Deconnect Mega Spaces, and I'm going to have, and I shit you not, it's going to be, hold on. I actually have a list here of, yeah, here we go. All right, so we're going to have Heroes tokens, Hulk Inu, Jigsaw, Runestone, War Pigs, Lillian, Millennium, White Rabbit, Clearwater, Starl, Volt, and Nutra are all going to be in the space. Plus, I think Helsing is probably going to be there as well. BTFA is going to be there as well. We're going to have like 15 or 16 different tokens. And the reason to have these tokens is if you're looking for something to invest in and you would like to hear what these guys have to offer, we're going to give them the floor and we're just going to let them talk. And it's going to be sponsored by Deconnect. And Deconnect, as you guys may or may not know, is it's a site that I'm partnered with, and I make educational content for this site. There are courses available here, courses that I teach if you want to learn from me or my man Rodney. But I do technical analysis. There's 7 lessons over here. There's portfolio tracking, 2 lessons over here. There should be a 3rd lesson coming in there. Reading smart contracts, smart contract introduction, how to generate passive income, NFTs, exchanges, Ethereum basics. Here is somewhere in here is one on DAOs. So all you have to do is follow DAOs. Here's some do your own research basics. And this is like a couple of us are talking about how you can learn to avoid getting wrecked. You can't always avoid getting wrecked, by the way, but you can do the best that you can to try to protect it. And you can see right here, like Rodney does, team, white paper, where to buy, tells you exactly what you need to know in order to make an informed decision. And if you want to learn how to do that, go buy yourself some Deconnect tokens, log into the website. You do get, like I get things like right here, people get connection requests, but you also have a point system here. And you collect decas, kudos, NFTs, and nodes, and they give you points. So I have like 2,535 NFT points. When you get 10,000 NFT points, you get an NFT, like you get an NFT, or you qualify for an NFT, and you become a voter in the system. Like there's just a bunch of crazy cool stuff that happens over there. So I'm partnered with them to make educational content, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So I'm enjoying that place. Deconnect.com. Here, here's Deconnect.com. There's also DeconnectCoin.com, and that's if you want to look at the we have a bunch of websites just so to try to provide you with the best experience possible. Here is the gamified and rewarding learning experience. There is a blockchain coming, so shh, but we are really working hard on getting this thing off the ground, and I mean flying. You can use Google Play or the App Store. Well, I mean, iOS might be still on delay, but it is available for Google Play already. iOS, they're having to whatever they have to do for it. But then you can go in, read coin info, how to buy, team, contact, and then there's a white paper on here, and you can check all of that information. There we go. There's the white paper. Here's the audit verification. Here's where to buy. Deconnect, DECANECT, coin.com. And then from there, that's where you come over here. And this is the educational platform. And you earn crypto for completing these courses. So, and that's just so cool. As the DAO comes along, there's going to be different opportunities for you to learn on the DAO, but learn to earn. I mean, how cool is that? My newest class, I can give you like a snippet of one of the classes that I'm working on. I think maybe. Let me find out where the goddamn thing is. I may have already submitted it. Yeah, I may have already submitted it to be approved. But it's how to make NFTs. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's how to make an NFT. But here, I'll give you a sneak preview. Hello again. My name is Bleaves, and I am partnered with Deconnect, and we are here today to talk to you about how to make your own NFTs. And I'm showing you a picture here. I'm using GIMP, by the way. It's a free program that you can download. There's no cost to it, and it uses a layer protocol, which is what we're going to need. And you can see right here that this is the main picture that I have. This is my NFT. I had a picture of myself turned into a cartoon, and then I turned that into NFTs. And you can see from what I've done here, I have actually made it many different colors. And none of y'all are getting my cowboy hat NFT, by the way. That cowboy hat NFT, that's gold. I've got one for Shipnobi. There's other ones that are on here that you can see that go into one of these spots. Now, each one of these numbered. So you can see I have different content that's available. By the way, Luna price prediction, somebody did for October. Terra Luna token saw its highest price peak since June this week, reaching a high of $6.73. This is for Luna 2.0, and they're saying that the high for this this month is going to be $2.37 or $2.70. So they are bearish on Luna 2.0 right now. Elon Musk is about to buy Twitter for $54.20 per share. And Binance US will list Sandbox for trading. And I want to point out something to you. Binance.us will list Sandbox for trading. That announcement was made. And as you can see here from Sandbox, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares at all. It's up 5.2%. It's not even the biggest gainer today. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Dogecoin is up 9% on the day. Dogecoin had a bigger day than the token getting listed on Binance.us. So, you know. But anyway, guys. All right, so that's it. It's 9 o'clock. That's my time. So this is not financial advice. My name is Bleaves. I'm always right. We will see you guys again for breakfast in the morning. And right now, that by the way, that Deconnect, it's free, so you can complete all of the lessons. And then as new lessons get added, you get notified. You get updates. Also, there's quizzes, and the quizzes, guys, are super engaging and super fun. The guy that makes the quizzes, I'm not going to call him a genius because you can't just throw that around. But he's a genius. He really engages. Like he had me on a quiz because they ask you to do a quiz, you know, for yourself. And he had me on a quiz, and I swear to God, man, like I was digging for gold in different like spots, trying to learn information so that I knew what I needed to know just to answer his trivia questions. And it was so much fun and so engaging. So guys, go check it out if you want to. If not, just remember, we're gonna be back here. Yeah, no, buy the rumor. So we're gonna be back here in the morning to do breakfast with Bleaves, and we'll be talking about the Terra Luna price. We'll talk about some other stuff more tomorrow. I'm going to have a treat. Starlink is going to be on at 8:30 tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about At 8 o'clock, we're going to be talking about Terra Luna. We're going to be talking about all of the news. But in the second 30 minutes of the show tomorrow, we're going to be bringing on a token that you guys might be familiar with. It's a game called Starlink, and it is made in the Unreal 5 engine, and it is looking phenomenal. We're going to have some art. We're going to have some video. We'll see you then. You guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you again soon. Oh, and by the way, one last thing. I got new Luna Classic content coming out. I've got it scheduled for 10:30 tonight, and it's how to find new Luna information. And it basically explains who you need to follow, what hashtags you need to track, everything you need to know. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.